Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room and the finale, the grand finale, volume 12 of Richard Strauss. 12 Richard Strauss videos. That's like hundreds and hundreds of Richard Strauss CDs for a composer I never much cared about. Where you go. But of course, as a critic, I have to sort of go where the labels go, and it just goes to show what they've been producing. Strauss! Here it is, the last pile. So let's get to it, shall we? Renee Fleming, the four last songs with Christian Thielemann. Now, she already did these, I think, better with Christoph Eschenbach for RCA, I believe it was. But here they are again with some bits of Ariadne auf Naxos and some other songs, and Zweite Brautnacht from Die Ägyptische Helena, which is gorgeous. The most beautiful part of an incredibly stupid opera. So there that is on Decca. And then we've got, Die Frauen Schatten with Wolfgang Sawallisch. Remember the last video? We had Die Frauen Schatten with Wolfgang Sawallisch. This is the budget reissue, mid-price. This was the full price when it first came out, you see? And I was dumb enough to keep both. I think I kept the earlier ones because you get librettos. And I just want to have the librettos. Of course, that means I don't need these. But of course, if they send them to me, I'm going to keep them. What the hell? Strauss, four last songs with Ricarda Merbeth and the Weimar Staatskapelle under Michael Hallas. This is on Naxos, and the jewel case is getting all like crunchy and falling apart here. Also the Brentano leader and excerpts from Ariadne auf Naxos. And I mean, Ricardo Merbeth is, she's okay. I remember this one. I didn't remember one of the other ones from the last, this one, yes. But I've forgotten that I never heard this thing with Diana Damrau. It also has the Brentano leader. And, it's all right. It's good. She knows what she's doing. I'm not complaining. I'll listen to it again some year. Arabella, the Schulte Arabella, the famous one with Lisa Della Casa and George London and Otto Edelman and Ira Milaniuk and Hilda Guden and Anton der Motta. And it's such a terrible opera. The plot is so offensive. Her parents are bourgeois poor people and they want to sell her off to get money. And she has to give the guy a glass of water, and they're all going to the coachman's ball, and oh God, it's irritating. Oh God, awful. Daphne with Lucia Pop, a lovely recording conducted by Bernard Haitink with Rainer Goldberg and Ortrud Winkel and Kurt Mahl and Peter Schreier, and it's really very good. This is a beautiful opera, very underrated. I think it's never going to get played much because, well, nothing really happens except that, she turns into a tree. At the end. And you wait a couple hours and she turns into a tree. And that's the opera. So, but it's a lovely performance. Oh, look! Schwarzkopf and Zell doing the four last songs. I must have 10 recordings of that in here somewhere. They just multiply like a fungus. And then we've got the Sinfonia Domestica and the Paragon. And this is with Gary Grafman playing left-hand piano. The Paragon is 21 minutes of pointless noodling. It was written for what's his name, the one-armed pianist who also got the Ravel Concerto and the Prokofiev Fourth, and all of this stuff that got written for him that he never played. Wittgenstein, that was him. And the Sinfonia Domestica with the Vienna Phil. This is the Deutsche Grammophon digital one. DG could issue a Previn box. All of his DG Previn, all the DG Previn things, his late stuff. Some of it's quite good. Some of it's dull as ditch water. Ariadne auf Naxos with Kent Nagano. This was the one with the original Ariadne, with the original Bourgeois Gentilhomme. And it's kind of interesting. It's really kind of interesting. It's with Ernst Theo Richter and Veronica Kangemi and Doris Lamprecht and Birgitta Fournier and other people like that. Margaret Price, well, she's in there. She's Ariadne. And Sumi Jo, that's in the opera part. And it's interesting. It's wobbling. Why is it jiggling? Oh, yeah. See, when these things come loose and they like jiggle around, it's like, you go, oh my. There we go. That's on Virgin. That's worth keeping because you don't get any versions of that, do we? And then we've got the other Capriccio with Sawallisch. and Elisabeth Schwarzkopf and Eberhard Wechter and Nikolai Gedda and Fischer Dieskau and Hans Hutter and Christa Ludwig. It's as fabulous a cast as the later Böhm one. But the later Böhm one is just so much more beautifully recorded, and it's just as well sung. And the Gundula Janowitz is amazing. I think she's better than Schwarzkopf, frankly. But this is awfully hot. It's mono, by the way. And it comes with a bonus CD with synopsis and libretto and translation. Well, that was nice of them, isn't it? So there we go. There's Capriccio. And then we've got a bunch of singles, and we're going to be done with Strauss. I am just beyond quelling. Well, this one we've already talked about. This one is the Christine Brewer, Donald Runickel's Atlanta Symphony, Prelude and Liebestod, and then 4 last songs, and Death and Transfiguration. And I was like in the first video or something, and it sounds the same here as it did then. Rosencavalier's Suite. This is a fun record. You get Salome's Dance and the Burlesco with Jeffrey Kahane, who's a wonderful piano. Kahane was a wonderful pianist. And the Festival Prelude for organ and orchestra, which you don't get very often. It's a piece of trash, but you don't get it very often. And it's lovely. It's with the Cincinnati Symphony and Lopez Cobos on Telarc. Yeah. What's this thing? Camilla Nyland, Transfiguration, Wagner and Strauss arias and scenes. Lots of arias and scenes. And as far as the Strauss goes, you get, let's see, from Arabella, Mein Elmer, and O bleib geliebter Tag from Daphne, and Es gibt ein Reich from Ariadne, and Es ist kein Laut zu vernehmen, the Salome final scene, all 20 minutes of it. Wow. Oh my goodness. And Strauss has got Elsa's Dream, and Elizabeth's Greeting, and Elizabeth's Prayer, and Sieglinde's narration, Der Männer Zippa, that thing, and Isolde's Death thing. Yeah, that's all on Ondine. That's like one of those aria things that you get once in a while. Alpine Symphony, Blumstedt, San Francisco, one of the great ones. We've talked about it already. And Als Italian and Don Juan. I think we've talked about this already too with the Berlin Philharmonie. It's fabulous. And that, my friends, wraps up Strauss. I'm amazed. Yes, we got through it. 12 videos, tons and tons and tons of Strauss, lots of duplication, lots of it pointless. I don't know what to say. Keep on listening. Thanks for joining me. Take care.